Hi, my name is Korede. I'm 28 years old and I live in Baltimore, Maryland. I am the director of High Dimension.
Africa has so many resources. Unfortunately, there has been mismanagement of these resources.
A lot of people tend to ask, why is Nigeria so corrupt? What is the root of the corruption? Unfortunately, due to the lack of organizational structure within the government, millions of people have been unable to access basic necessities. The mission of High Dimensions is to encourage many of our youth living in Nigeria, especially the impoverished areas of Nigeria, to encourage them to be leaders of tomorrow.
My suggestion would be to expose our youth to different programs, to different careers, to different things, and through those things their talents can be utilized to help sustain them, to help create careers, to help create jobs and other things that will benefit them in the future.
I believe our youth in Nigeria and in Africa can be self-sustainable by becoming entrepreneurs.
Making some little businesses to sustain themselves and maybe put school as one of their priority.
You have to be secure in and of yourself, even if it means walking a little bit alone.
I think parents should, create that enabling environment where young people feel comfortable around them, where they can come to them and they can chat, they can share their ideas, and they can learn from them. Because the older generation has a lot of, knowledge and expertise about, how things are supposed to be done the right way, that the young people could really tap into and learn from and use it as a reference point for their growing up process in life.
And one of the main project of High Dimensions is to help with to bring awareness of different situations such as this. Me coming from the US, I felt very motivated to give back to my community, especially me being an African woman. I didn't just want to forget about back home. And the motivation behind the whole project was to get students that I was helping to make sure that they themselves also give back to the community. And I felt like with the education system in Nigeria, it was very important to get involved with the school administrators, with the students, to also help them with the classroom settings and help them with the school supplies as well. I strongly believe that rather than complaining about the problems in Nigeria or other African countries, we need to be a part of the solution.
Introduce them into different realms of career paths and experiences. I think we as a culture, we are based off of our experiences. And I think that a lot of times, a lot of children in Nigeria are not able to have those experiences, so they grow up with a single mind frame.
The best place to begin is from the home, right? From that sort of interaction parents, wards, guardians have with younger people that are placed in their care. And you just need to make the young person feel very positive about life.
I think the very first thing that has to happen is there has to be a change in mindset.
The money that's going to be donated towards High Dimension is going to help a lot of the families and children in Nigeria. We have to get our hands dirty and help many of the youths that are suffering, and including their families. We're talking about lack of water, having access to clean water, and being able to have nourishing foods to eat.
The word sustainable itself can be broken in two words. Sustain is one, able is another one. Sustain means to support, to undergo, to experience, to keep. The word sustainable means able to be maintained, to keep going, upheld, able to be supported as with basic necessity. First off, we all know experience is the best teacher, which most of our youth lacks because opportunity is limited. It does not circulate in Nigeria. It's all about who you know, how much you're willing to pay, how much you're willing to drop to have access to what you're rightfully entitled to. That's what you call corruption. I'm not even going to touch up on that one.
You know, when people are entrepreneurs, they don't depend on the government, and they are less likely to resort to violence and corruption.
It takes more than the politicians and the community leaders to solve that particular problem. It starts with us.
I do understand that every culture, especially in this community within African Americans and Nigerians in Africa, we are one and the same. So we have a duty to each other. One hand washes the other.
I feel every youth needs some type of mentor, some type of leadership guidance, somebody to pave the way for them, or at least somebody to point them in the right direction, because something you've never been exposed to, something you've never learned, how are you supposed to do it?
They have to flow with it. And our cultures don't make it easy to be very independent and individual. But the first step is realizing that you have power to make a change. The second step is actually to say, I have this power, I'm going to manifest or act on this power. And knowing that in acting, you will face opposition.
Hello everybody, please get involved.
We need your support.
High Dimensions, take it into another level.
You can do it!